Have you ever pondered over the term semiconductor and its significance in our daily lives? The term might seem intimidating, but don't worry. Today, we're going to break it down into simple terms that anyone can understand. So, what is a semiconductor? In the simplest terms, a semiconductor is a material that falls in between a conductor that allows electricity to pass through it easily and an insulator that doesn't allow electricity to pass through it at all. It's like the middle child in the family of electrical materials, possessing properties of both its siblings, the conductors and the insulators. Semiconductors have a unique capability. They can either conduct electricity under certain conditions or act as an insulator, preventing the flow of electricity. Imagine having a switch that can turn you from a social butterfly into a solitary monk at will. That's what a semiconductor does in the world of electronics. But why are semiconductors so important? Well, they form the foundation of modern electronics. Almost every electronic device you use, from your mobile phone to your microwave, relies on semiconductors. They are what make our devices smart, enabling them to process information, perform complex tasks, and connect to each other. Now, just like we have different breeds of dogs, we also have different types of semiconductors. The two main types are intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors. Intrinsic semiconductors are pure, with no impurities, but they aren't very useful in their pure form. So scientists introduce impurities into these semiconductors to enhance their properties. These become extrinsic semiconductors. Extrinsic semiconductors are further divided into two types based on the kind of impurities added. N-type semiconductors are made by adding elements that have more electrons than needed. On the other hand, P-type semiconductors are made by adding elements that have fewer electrons. These two types work together in electronic devices, controlling the flow of electricity. So, to summarize, a semiconductor is a material that can either conduct electricity or act as an insulator. They are vital to our modern electronic devices, making it possible for them to perform complex tasks. There are two main types of semiconductors: intrinsic, which are pure, and extrinsic, which have added impurities. The extrinsic semiconductors are further divided into N-type and P-type, based on the kind of impurities added. So, the next time you use your smartphone or any electronic device, remember the humble semiconductor. It might not be as famous as the microprocessor or the touchscreen, but it is just as important, working tirelessly behind the scenes to make our lives easier and more connected.